Hello, I'm James and thanks for joining me on Kalkine TV for the ASX Buzzing Stocks of the Day. Australian shares opened higher on Monday in line with strengthening in the global markets after last week's US jobs report showed a slowdown in wage growth, easing investor worries about the outlook for inflation and the Federal Reserve's monetary policy stance. As of 11 a.m, the ASX gained 47.8 points or 0.67% to 7,157.4 points, crossing above its 50-day moving average. The top performing stocks in this index are Imugene Limited and Paladin Energy Limited, up 6.25% and 4.41% respectively. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 1.69%, but is down 3.97% for the last 52 weeks. 10 of 11 sectors are higher, along with the S&P ASX 200 index. Materials is the best performing sector, gaining 1.5% and 6.21% for the past 5 days. Australian lithium producer Core Lithium jumped 2.5% to $1.23 per share after announcing it will relocate its corporate head office to Perth. Biopharmaceutical company Telix Pharmaceuticals rallied 2.8% to $7.61. It announced generating unaudited revenue of $76.8 million from sales of its Illuccix kit for prostate cancer imaging in the United States in the fourth quarter of 2022. Iron ore miner Fortescue edged 0.1% lower to $21.78 per share, following the resignation of its long-serving Chief Financial Officer Ian Wells. And asset management firm GQG Partners rose 2.1% to $1.44 after reporting a decline in funds under management in December. Let's now take a look at some business news from the morning session. And Australia's Fortescue Metals Group said on Monday that Ian Wells will step down as Chief Financial Officer to the group to pursue other opportunities. Mr. Wells joined Fortescue in 2010 and has held various senior executive finance roles, notably as CFO since 2018. Fortescue said it was undertaking a process to identify Mr. Wells' successor. Mr. Wells will continue in his current role until the 31st of January. Also making news today, Imugene has received Human Research Ethics Committee approval to start a Phase 1 clinical trial of its cancer-killing virus, Vaccinia, in Australia. Imugene has completed all the necessary preclinical safety and efficacy testing of the experimental anti-cancer drug required to begin human clinical trials in Australia. The Australian component of Phase 1 of the trial will be conducted under Australia's Clinical Trials Notification Scheme. Imugene will notify the Therapeutic Goods Administration, or the TGA, of Human Research Ethics Committee approval and complete local site initiation activities. And lastly, asset management firm GQG Partners reports that its funds under management fell to $88 billion in December from $90.7 billion at the end of November. The company's international equity funds under management declined to $33.1 billion, and its global equity portfolio's funds under management fell to $25.2 billion from $25.6 billion. Emerging markets dropped from $23.9 billion to $22.8 billion, and US equity edged lower to $6.9 billion from $7 billion. For the fourth quarter, GQG reported net inflows of $900 million. GQG said in a statement that given global equity market returns, combined with overall industry net outflows in 2022, the company has been able to withstand many pressures. Alright, that's all for this edition of the ASX Buzzing Stocks of the Day. Another episode is coming your way tomorrow, but until then, make sure to keep it locked here on Kalkine TV for the latest market insights and business news. I'm James, signing off for now.